So what if I told you that in the span of less than 24 hours, we got both the announcement and then the disconfirmation of a brand new Batman game set in the Robert Pattinson Batman universe?
The hell are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
Yes, that's right. In just the span of 24 hours, Matthew Belloni from Puck News dropped a very in-depth and thorough article in which he basically discusses some of the creative and the financial woes, more importantly, that Warner Brothers Discovery has been going through as of late. And in what might seem like a bit of a throwaway line for the vast majority of people, obviously for people like ourselves, video game fans, we noticed a very interesting detail in the following quote. Back in 2020, AT&T tried to sell Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment video games unit for a cool $4 billion. Sheesh. But months later, it was simply deemed too valuable to unload. Then, when Zaslav took over, many advised him to offload the games division as well. But Zaz still sees the games unit as a strategic value, especially across Warner Brothers Discovery's divisions, as they begin to go on ahead and collaborate more and more across various properties like the upcoming Penguin HBO show and game, both seated in the 2022 The Batman universe. Yeah, well, unfortunately, we all have to put a stop to all of our excitement, at least for the time being, because not even 24 hours after this news began to circulate, James Gunn himself, who of course, if you don't know, is now the co-runner of all things DC Comics Entertainment is concerned when it comes to Warner Brothers Discovery, put the kibosh on this rumor, simply saying that, sadly, there is no truth to this whatsoever. Now, I have seen people suggest that, oh, Matt Belloni lied, or this guy doesn't even know what he's talking about, and why would he even make up all this stuff? James Gunn absolutely dunked on him. And personally speaking, although obviously it's kind of funny that this guy's last name is possibly Belloni, and he kind of, some people are implying lied, so that's kind of a weird coincidence. But what I will say from my little bit of investigation / research into this fella, he seems like he's pretty accurate. He generally really talks about more of the business end for the entertainment industry, so I don't really think that there was any sort of intentional malice here with this particular announcement. And then in addition to that, I also want people to comprehend this weird idea where both of them might be telling the truth. What do I mean by that? Well, Matt Belloni implies that this game was in development back in 2022 or so, roughly, which means that if that game was in development back then, however, now is no longer in development, that would imply that both Matt and James are both telling the truth. There was a game that was in development for the Batman universe. It's been canceled since, possibly, which means that James Gunn would also be correct.
Are we done with your bad stand-up routine?
Almost. But you always gotta end on your best joke.
But yeah, the bad news for us Batman video game fans does not actually end there, because although it is not surprising considering how poorly the game performed, both commercially and critically, but the Unalive Squad Kills the Justice League studio, Rocksteady, has just officially been hit with layoffs. Now, as of the time of this recording, we don't have a clear understanding of the scale of the layoffs here, with the current report suggesting that a major hit has been made to the QA or the quality assurance department in particular. And honestly, like, I know that I can't even believe that I have to say this, but nowadays I guess you do. But yes, the game was indeed disappointing. And yes, I'm right there with you to say that I was let down by the title. But at the same time, it's also absolutely true that it is obviously a bummer to see people lose their jobs, and I hope that all of them do manage to land on their feet somewhere else. also know me, I am the ever optimist, so I always try to go on ahead and eventually search for some sort of an optimistic point, and that is exactly what we're going to do today as well, because we can end on a bit more of a positive note, because we also got the confirmation that there is possibly a brand new project moving ahead at Rocksteady Studios, because this employee right here, whose LinkedIn profile had shown that he was working on a brand new project that is unannounced at Rocksteady over the last few months here or so, which is obviously pretty freaking exciting, especially when you couple this with the information from the Bloomberg report from a few months ago that suggested that Rocksteady wants to go back to their roots and make a new single-player game as their next big project. Honestly, if they can just tackle a single-player title with the same sort of attention to detail and love as the Arkham games that they've made, even if it's not a Batman game, sign me the heck up. I cannot wait to see what they come up with.
It's the freaking bat! We aren't afraid of you! The bat dies tonight!
And of course, the other thing that I did want to mention as far as us Batman fans, one thing that we do have to look forward to this year is, of course, the brand new Arkham game, which is called Batman Arkham Shadow. And honestly, I think that the excitement for this game started out not all that hot because of the fact that it's a VR game, I think, partially. But then, after they showed the gameplay trailer at Gamescom, I think a lot of us had a huge boost in excitement because we realized that it seems like the game is going to be a lot more intricate than maybe we even expected. And they're bringing like an incredible voice cast together for this, as well as just what seems like a really, really cool story. So there you have it. The state of Batman games is most definitely weird right now. We don't really know what is next beyond Arkham Shadow. Of course, considering how popular the character is, I think we're always going to get some type of a Batman or Batman universe video game within a certain amount of time. But as of right now, it is very, very cloudy and kind of confusing. So hopefully we can start to let the dust settle and figure out what are Warner Brothers Discovery's plans going into the future. How will they go on ahead and manage their video game department? And what actually will they be announcing in terms of official releases that we can look forward to? But in the meantime, of course, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to leave a like. That would be very much appreciated. And if you'd like to go on ahead and get caught up on some very interesting news about the Deadpool video game, click the video that you're currently seeing on your screen. Thanks all for watching, and I'll hopefully catch you all here on the next one. Peace out. I'll see you all later, alligators. Bye-bye, everybody.